Alright, game changers, welcome back to another video here today. Now, when it comes to Call of Duty and the feature that we've had in previous Call of Duties before, leave it up to the modern day CODs to be able to take it out and act like bringing it back is such a big deal, and it's a new feature that we should all get excited for. Honestly, crazy to me that they think that bringing it back is going to make us excited and have us really overjoyed because of it. But honestly, what it shows is the fact that they have no more innovation left. They will recycle content and features that were in previous Call of Duty games and then bring them back like they're new and exciting, and we should all be overjoyed and excited about it. Like, come on, man. We see through all of this BS. And the feature that they are bringing back that has been in previous Call of Duty games is the Play Again feature. This feature is going to be brought back in Season 5 of Modern Warfare 2. Now, currently, after multiplayer match ends in Modern Warfare 2, the lobby disbands and the users load into a new match with a different set of players. Previously, as we all know, for those of you guys who have played the older titles, the titles kept these lobbies together, which added an extra element of community building as players met new friends and even rivals, and sometimes it was just friendly competition, and it was also fun to challenge that same lobby. For example, if you had gotten beaten out really badly or you got pub stomped, you wanted your revenge, so then you would go back maybe with a different weapon, a different gun, different loadout, and then you would possibly do better, and it would just be a friendly back and forth. I thought that was a lot more fun, and it was definitely a way to make some friends because you have some friendly trash talking and all that fun stuff back and forth, and then eventually somehow you guys bond over that. Now, what is different about this feature that they are implementing in Season 5 of Modern Warfare 2 compared to the other Call of Duties where this feature was involved with is the fact that you do have an option. So if you choose to play again, there's going to be, I guess, an option for you to be able to click on where you can stay in the same lobby. If you opt to play in a different lobby, then obviously you don't have to choose that feature. So at least there is an option there. But let me go over some of the pros and cons to both sides of this argument, because one thing I have learned about the Call of Duty community is people have a wide variety of answers, likes and dislikes when it comes to all these features and content in the game. For the majority of us, maybe we didn't like the fact that they removed disbanding lobbies, but some people just don't care. So anyways, let me go over some of the pros and cons of both. So obviously some of the pros or the arguments for having the lobby stay together is number one, it allows the players to stay with the same group of people, which can lead to more enjoyable and even competitive matches. Because guess what? We all love to destroy noobs. We love having those good lobbies, but with skill-based matchmaking, that's become less and less, obviously. But I remember back in the day, if you find a good lobby, you want to stay in that lobby as much as possible, because especially as a content creator, we get crazy good games, and that was great content. And even if you were not a content creator, you would love that because you'd be able to drop streaks and you would have a lot of fun. And even on the opposite side of that, if you like having games where they're more competitive, you would play against players of your similar skill level or a little bit higher, and it would challenge you to do better. And even in the last match, if you got stomped, the following match, you'd want to stay in that lobby to prove that you are better than what was the results of the last game. You really show out for the next one, and you have a good feeling when you win the next lobby against those same players. Number two, it can help players build friendships and relationships with other players, and this is so real, because when you get into a lobby and you find some cool people that you're conversing with, you want to carry that on, and staying in the same lobby, you can continue that conversation, that friendly banter as well into the next game, the next lobby, so on and so forth. So I think this is definitely a good thing, and again, why they took it out makes no sense to me. Number three, it can make it easier to coordinate strategies and tactics. And again, this ties in actually with the first point that I had, because if you had a team that you were with and maybe you didn't set up properly or you weren't using the right weapons or the right loadouts, you could strategize with that team, the players that you just met, against the same team that you're fighting against in the next lobby, and maybe you can outdo them this time with your different tactics and win that match. And again, that's a good feeling when you know that you can outsmart and outmatch the enemies in the next game, proving your point. Now, a couple of arguments against this is it can lead to longer matchmaking times, and honestly, This has everything to do with skill-based matchmaking. If it was based off of ping, and for those of you guys who were paired closely by the ping levels and where you lived, if it was closer to each other, if it was all connection based, then this wouldn't be as much of a problem. But because of skill-based matchmaking, it is taking longer to have people get into lobbies together because it obviously has to match you up with your similar skill level as much as it possibly can. And I personally hate that. Number 2, it can prevent players from playing with new people. And players with new people, I mean, I get it. I get that players do want to play with new people. Sometimes they're just tired of that same lobby, tired of getting beaten out or playing with the same tactics. Maybe that lobby is filled with a bunch of campers and they just don't want to be in that lobby anymore. I totally get that. So if they want to play with a fresh new batch of players with different tactics, maybe they're less toxic as well, that is one reason why they wouldn't want the feature in the game. But the fact that it does have an option for this is kind of a good thing. So having options is definitely good. Number 3, it can be more difficult to find a lobby that is balanced in terms of skill level. Now, the whole reason that Activision wanted to solve this issue or this problem here was because of the mismatches between all of these lobbies, and they saw all these pub stompers, and they basically wanted to protect noobs. Let's be honest here, and this is what they have catered to. I agree with skill-based matchmaking, but in ranked. Keep it in ranked. But in public matches and quick matches, don't put that stuff in there. We like mixed lobbies. So whether or not you're playing against good players one match and against sweaty players the next match, let matchmaking be varied in this aspect because we just want mixed lobbies. Some matches you will get destroyed. Some matches you will be Beerus the Destroyer. So honestly, it doesn't matter. Honestly, I think you should just give players the best possible connection and let them just hash it out, regardless of skill levels. This is why it's called public matches, quick matches. You just throw people in there and it's a mix of skill levels and you're gonna have all sorts of players going at it, and it's not ranked in any way. There's no rewards coming out of it, and this is not strict by any means, and you shouldn't make it that way. Public matches should not be a tournament, okay? Leave it in ranked, that's where it belongs. End of story. But honestly, I want to know from you guys what you all think. I am curious to know whether you guys are for lobby disbanding or against lobby disbanding, because I know the Call of Duty community can go either way with this. I think the majority, I'll just predict, the majority would prefer to keep them. I think it's a great thing that they have it included now as an option. So for those players who don't want to stay in the same lobby, they don't have to. But anyways, again, like I said before, let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. And with that being said, this is GCP signing off.